This March Madness Bracket Predictions edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by our free bracket challenge. $2,000 winner take all. Enter today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bracket.
Hello, this is Will Wade. I'll make you a strong ass offer to watch the college basketball experience.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
No, moment of truth is here, Sean.
The moment of truth is here. Join us in studio, Colby Dan from the College Experience, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
I got my water. I'm already ready for Vegas.
Yeah.
All right.
Already pre-hydrating.
You know.
Yeah, we are locked in here. We're gonna walk through the bracket, then we're gonna hop on a plane. We will be out at the stadium swim over at Circa mere hours from now. We're gonna be watching more playing games, and then Thursday, Friday, just an avalanche of college hoops action. Of course, get in on our free bracket contest. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/bracket. There is still room in our college basketball survivor. $25 winner take all. What are you laughing at?
There is room.
Yeah, there is room.
That's what
Plenty of room. Hop on in. 25. Right
like
now
a
we
pair
got
of Lizzo's old yoga pants. Plenty of room.
Right now we have, and I'm actually gonna buy some more entries. We have 334. So times $25. You do the math there. Nice prize pool.
Someone did reach out and ask how many max enters would there be, because they thought that would be the best strategy. So
I mean, I think
people come over the top late with more entries.
I wouldn't be surprised. I only have 2 in right now. I'm going to add a couple more because I think, and we'll talk strategy for the survivor after we reveal our brackets, but I kind of am going to play for these first 4. I'm gonna play 4 entries, 1 from each region.
Oh.
So that, because I don't want to. I think that'll help keep my options open. Is that a good strategy, Ryan?
I was thinking about this actually, because when you have multiple survivor entries in football, I find that when you start diversifying early, it actually is quite annoying.
Okay.
And if you like in this case, you're actually increasing your chance of losing. If you think about it like that, like it's a very dumb math trick, but you are increasing the chance that you lose an entry. And so my thoughts would be,
you mean like do 4 entries, but do it all on one team?
No, but don't do 4 teams. Is all I'm saying.
2 teams?
Maybe do 2. Yeah, I think too much diversification would be getting cute, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, a lot of ways to attack it. We'll break down that strategy.
Once you have your bracket in front of you, I do think it's going to help, and I recommend everyone do this. I do think it's going to help you visualize how few teams remain at the end and how much you have to think about future teams, unlike football survivor contests. Because in football, you always have an option. In this contest, you may not have an option.
Yes.
And that's kind of more of the strategy.
All right. Lot to get to here, but let's everyone has a different way to chop it up, but I think we just go region by region, right?
So I actually find it, the people that don't, I think this is a ball or you don't know ball, in my opinion. I think if you don't pick the region out all the way to the end, you're a TMZ. At minimum, you're a TMZ sports fan. You may love sports, but you don't approach it with the same level of detail. Because in my head, you're working through matchups. You want to continue down that road until you end up with one and move on to the next. We all agree?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So it is a ball nowhere trade.
And quick reminder, splashsports.com/SGPN is the sign up link for the survivor. If you use the promo code finals, you get a $10 credit there. They toss that in. So, and cousin Mush checking in. We're going to be hanging out with him. Just fade my picks. Easy money, as he likes to say. splashsports.com/SGPN. All right, Kramer, let's start in the South Regional.
So that's top left.
Top left.
Top left.
Auburn, Alabama State. We're all in Auburn, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not much else to get to. Louisville, Creighton. I'm on.
Well, if you, I mean, on the show you selected, we all selected Creighton.
Yeah. All right. I'm sticking with Creighton. Colby.
Yep. Still on Creighton.
You do have an out here because you could say, well, I took the 2.5.
Yeah. That's why I like, just double checking. But yeah, I'll go Creighton.
It is the game where I think everyone is like Louisville in Kentucky. What could possibly they can't possibly lose. So that more of a fade.
They don't win in Rupp Arena.
Michigan.
Colby hates that stat.
He does. Michigan versus because it is a really ridiculous stat.
It's a sightlines thing.
Most of the time they've been playing a top 25 Kentucky team on their home court. But
so it's a little different here. I get it.
Different.
It was just a funny one. It was a funny stat.
It's a random stat.
Yeah.
5.
I appreciated it in a way.
Michigan, San Diego. Are we all taking San Diego to
UCSD?
Yeah, perfect.
Don't tell.
What could go wrong here?
Don't tell Derek. But I saw some betting.
Michigan's had success.
I saw some betting splits where a lot of people were loading up on Michigan. I'm with you, Kramer. I thought. Now this is always weird because we're obviously plugged into the gambling space, so a lot of chatter I hear is from the sharps, the people that.
Yeah.
So when I think one thing is going to be heavy, sometimes I see public betting splits where Michigan was a big, taking tons of bets. So.
I think 2 things occurred. One, the existence of Colorado State, an actual favorite from the 12 seed.
Yes.
I think also 2, to your point, this is officially the too many people on San Diego. I'm just going to take Michigan. Like I've heard a lot of smart people say that.
Yeah. Which now you do the reverse of what everyone's doing.
Yeah, it's the classic 3-card Monty play of the first round. All right, A&M, Yale. I originally was going to have Yale do a little damage, then I realized absolutely not. This is all about buzz. A&M advances.
Yale gets it done. Let's go.
I got A&M advancing, Yale covering. So walking that fine line. Walking that fine line.
That's a 7.5 point spread. Yeah. So. That's not a crazy middle. And Mike Oxmall in the chat saying, "Will CJ wear a white suit if the Johnnies make the Final Four?"
God, I hope so.
We got to make that happen. Make a note, Kramer. Get the man in the box a nice suit.
CJ has a very solid closet. I'd imagine he may have a white suit already. Ole Miss taking on UNC. I know I said this on the show, but I was pot committed. I was always going to take Ole Miss here. I know Sean's laying the points with UNC, so I assume he has them advancing again, being the one team to get out of the first 4 into the round of 32. Colby,
I'm on Ole Miss. Chris Beard puts the kibosh just because you beat another D.
I agree.
I almost said D2. Sorry, San Diego State. Quad two. Win.
Recently D2.
The way they looked last night, it looked D2. I'll tell you that because UC San Diego and Drake would have beat the shit out of them too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Ole Miss advancing.
Iowa State Lipscomb. I've seen a couple people chirping about Lipscomb on the money line. I'm not there.
Yeah, I think Iowa State advances, but I do like Lipscomb in the points. If you obviously we pick every March Madness game against the spread, so go back and check those podcasts out if you missed them. Colby, what are you doing here? I assume
I'll take Iowa State to win that. I think I called for like a 10-11 point win, but they cover.
Yeah,
Lipscomb that is, but
I laid the points, but you guys took the points. You're threading the needle. Marquette, New Mexico. Now this was one of those where I wasn't exactly sure which way I was going to go.
Kind of Benedicted. I feel like early in the week I was liking New Mexico, but
then I watched San Diego State.
Colby made some good points while we were breaking it down, and I switched it to Marquette. So I have Marquette moving on.
As do I.
I have Marquette moving on as well.
Colby's already filled out his bracket like a true pro. Sean and I are filling out our final versions as we speak. Michigan State obviously beats Brian, I assume.
Yes.
Although I do have them covering. Yes, sir. All right. So moving along, Auburn. That for me, it's Auburn. I think it's for all of us. Auburn, Creighton.
Yep. Auburn
advances. Colby, any upsets?
I have Creighton beating Auburn.
Really? Woo! Alrighty. San Diego taking on Texas A&M. This could be a bad matchup for A&M or for San Diego.
I took San Diego.
Oh no, you didn't. Give me A&M, baby. Give me that buzzsaw,
I got
Sean.
San Diego beating Yale.
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah, beating Yale. That's right. You don't. Buzz wasn't even there. For
No.
Ole Miss taking on Iowa State. What are you doing here?
Well, I have Iowa State beating UNC. This is when the dream ends. Committee gets to save some face.
I have Ole Miss advancing over
Colby?
Iowa State.
I have Ole Miss advancing as well. I think it's a tough matchup for Iowa State, especially with Gilbert out.
Marquette, Michigan State. I think we all have.
Sparty rolls Michigan State for me.
Yeah, I have Sparty as
Lock
well.
this one up as well. Michigan State spread, whatever it is. Izzo.
Oh yeah.
Short rest. We love that. All right, so I have Auburn A&M, a rematch of a game that A&M won, and guess what, Sean? Give me Texas A&M
Oh my God.
with my heart all the way to the Elite Eight.
I got Auburn UCSD. I got Auburn winning.
I got Creighton UCSD. I got Creighton winning.
Ooh, Blue
Yeah.
Jays.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
And then I have let's see, I have Mississippi and Michigan State like Colby.
I believe they say Ole Miss. Don't
Yeah.
confuse the people. There's a Mississippi college out there.
That's true. Ole Miss, and then Sean has.
I got Iowa State, Michigan State, and I have Michigan State advancing.
And we all have Michigan State in the Elite Eight.
I have Michigan State beating Ole Miss,
Yeah.
setting up Creighton, Michigan State.
Who wins
Yep.
that, Colby?
I got Tom Izzo. You know,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Are
you
we
know
all
I've
putting-
always
are we all
hated
putting
analytics. All right.
Izzo in the Final Four.
Even
for
when we
all
have
of us?
I think
those meetings about the college experience, and you guys point out those analytics, I say, "Oh, fuck you guys."
Nah, you got to put them in the Final Four.
You only got 7 followers this year, Kobe. Yeah, let's go, Sparty. Final
All right.
Four.
I have no issues with that. Do we want to have? Would you bet the future?
What is that number?
I know you're a big future guy. I'm looking at it right now.
It's like what is
Michigan State to reach the Final Four is 5-1.
great
I like it.
transition.
I like it.
Yeah. So we got Auburn, Michigan State. I have Michigan State winning. Everyone
Yeah,
else?
Me too. Yeah.
Okay.
Michigan State over Texas A&M.
Michigan State beats Creighton.
Good reminder. Of course, head over to DraftKings. It's March Mania, baby. One thing is for sure, nothing's for sure. Upsets, buzzer beaters. We were just discussing whether Alabama State was technically a buzzer beater or not. Certainly felt like it. The action is already.
If they bet that at plus 500,
Yeah, you're
And
like, oh man, come on, give that
that's
to me.
tough.
Texas A&M plus 650 to make the Elite Eight. By the way.
Oh, okay. Over on DraftKings. Of course, as we know, lines and odds are subject to change. But if it's your first time getting down on DraftKings, special offer just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. I'm still using my bonus bets on Michigan State to win their region, get to the Final Four. I think we just saw it at 5-1.
Sean, Michigan State to make the Elite Eight plus 140.
Whoa. That is a great price over on DraftKings. Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SGP. That's code SGP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort. 21 plus. Agent eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/AUDIO. And of course, shout out to Rhythm. We got the Rhythm party coming up this afternoon. Of course, I'm sure everyone has already signed up for the 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Help you dominate your bracket. Still time to get in. If you can't make the party out in Vegas, you still have a chance to win the $250 future courtesy of Rhythm. And head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party to get your entry in. And of course, Rhythm's done a great job over the years dominating. They dominated last year's bracket. Duquesne, NC State, and Oakland all picked them to win outright. Love a big dog, love a big cash. Get your 7-day free trial today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Kramer, West Regional.
West Regional.
Shout out to Rocky Parrish. Goes, I'm losing my mind on these Survivor picks. My office looks like the garage in a beautiful mind.
I will say, what I do. We're going to talk about it at the end of the show, but I highly recommend doing it with a bracket in front of your face.
Get in those Survivor plays, and guys, I know we just mentioned DK.
Yes.
Shout out to DK, but there's a great thing. I just keyed in, and how many games did you guys? You guys had Creighton just winning one, right?
Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
But you had Marquette winning one, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I had Creighton winning what?
2, right? Or 3?
I had them beating Louisville,
I don't know how
Auburn,
many.
and UC San Diego. I also had Marquette winning 1. That'd be at 4. The Big East over 5.5 wins is plus 125 over a DK. The reason why I mentioned that is even with you guys taking 2, I believe we like Xavier in the play-in game tonight, so you're gonna want to get it in before that. Also, that's not including St. John's and UConn.
Yeah.
So I think there's value in the Big East over 5.5 wins there in the NCAA tournament.
I like Feach in the chat saying TCE more subscribers than the main channel. Don't let the bosses bully you, Colby. How are we bullying Colby?
Because I said that line about the analytics. I don't like analytics. You tell me there's 7 followers.
Is that a Noah burner?
Oh, could be.
It's not. It's got to be a Noah burner.
All right.
Hold on. Let me get the tape measure. I didn't realize we were doing that at this point, this early in the morning. Florida, Norfolk State. I assume we're all advancing Florida.
Yes, sir.
Or could this be the upset of the first round?
I would love it. I would love it. Michael Vick.
What happened to that the Golden being a creepy Epstein Island IT guy? That bit didn't last very long.
That got swept under the old rug.
All of it did. Those murders at Florida's got a guy. I can tell you this.
Well,
right?
Aaron Hernandez.
Drop him off in the swamps. You don't. No body, no crime, Colby. You watch Forensic Files.
Those dick pics went to the Everglades and they're underneath some fucking alligators right now. Is that what
you
you're
put
saying?
something in the glades and it's gone. There's pythons out there.
Yeah, there's
gators,
dick pics. There's everything.
There's monitors.
You never know what you'll see on one of those fan boats when you go back there.
Definitely, yeah. Maybe some dicks. Maybe some dick pic. UConn, Oklahoma. I'm having Oklahoma advance here. Shout out to Porter Moser. I may have to do sharpest dressed.
Was that you or was that or Mac? I'm doing so many shows I can't remember. That was saying that he dresses like he's recently he's going through a divorce.
Oh yeah, he does have that like cool guy look going on.
Shout out to Mr.
great.
Glassberg, who
because he didn't dress like this like 2 years ago. He dressed more like he's something happened. I know it's he could get fired, so you always you throw on the best shit. You know what I mean? Hey, you're gonna fire me? I look fucking great. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, he might get fired because I'm taking UConn to win. Oklahoma to cover.
No, I mean Porter Moser looks sharp. And
The 5.5's a little scary. I'm going to Oklahoma though.
I will be putting out my top 5 sharpest dressed guys. Or maybe I just call the list the Buzz Williams honorary.
Oh, okay.
And he's not even on the list because the list is named after him. But shout out to
Patino white suit. I would assume is a 1 seed in your.
Well, it's about how good it looks, not necessarily.
Because his face does look. His face.
He's a little older.
Remember when Sean Salisbury called John Clayton Crypt Keeper? That's the way I feel like you can.
Porter Moser is
all right.
good-looking guy.
Yeah,
John
rest
Clayton.
in peace.
Stephen Glansberg in the chat tipped us a couple bucks. Always appreciate that. Saying he presented Kramer with a rare Benedict opportunity in his Twitter DMs yesterday, and he doesn't take it. Disgusted. What was the Benedictine opportunity, Ryan?
Well, first of all, I feel like this is a compliment. I believe it was a opportunity to take back what I said about Louisville and back them in the state of Kentucky. And I said, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
I don't Benedict. Thanks for asking though.
And shout out to Polar Knights. As a barber, I love this show. It is every stage of beard growth. Yes.
Thank you.
I guess Colby's the intro to beard. Yep. I'm the medium beard, and Kramer's the. Although Kramer even trimmed his beard a little bit.
I just cut the beard down. So
yeah, you had like a lumberjack thing going.
When you don't have to do anything ever, it's easy to let the beard go. Also, the beard gets cut when the head gets cut.
The chat's asking if Kramer's the new Joan Rivers.
I have no idea what that means, but because Joan Rivers does the red carpet stuff.
Oh,
or she did. I'm pretty sure she passed away.
Well, but I mean, is it because she was thirsty for these heartthrobs?
Probably. Yeah. I don't know. She seemed pretty horny on some of those.
Kramer's Thirsty Thursday, top 5 hottest college basketball coaches.
We do need to diversify our audience, so that might be good.
I'll collaborate with Smalls on that one, but I'm pretty sure she'd agree with me on Porter Moser. Memphis, Colorado State,
Rams. You guys are on.
We disagree here. Yep. We're on Memphis. You're on the just ram it.
Yep. Kramer or Colby's also. You're on Memphis, right?
I'm on Memphis.
This side of the table's on Memphis.
Yeah.
Maryland taking on Grand Canyon. I think we all. Well, you guys like Grand Canyon to cover.
Yeah, I think the money line is live, but I'm going to take Maryland to barely edge out Grand Canyon here.
I'm also going to take Maryland. I have them covering.
I'll go Maryland. Although I'm a little scared of that one.
Missouri Drake. Love Drake here.
Love Drake here.
I'll take Drake. I don't love Drake.
I love Drake. I don't love the musician Drake, but I love this university. I love this team. I love this coach. Great coach. Texas Tech taking on Wilmington. We all got Texas Tech.
I got the Red Raiders advancing.
And then Kansas taking on Arkansas.
Kansas getting it done.
Pig suey.
Once again, it's this side of the table versus that side of the table.
Sean Island.
And then St. John's takes down Omaha, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So top of the board, Florida, Oklahoma for 2 of us, Florida, UConn for 1 of us.
Florida.
And I just want to highlight, if you took Creighton first round, if you took Marquette first round, if you took UConn first round, if you took St. John's first round, that is 4. All you need then is 2 wins from the Big East in the next round to cash a plus 125 over at DK.
Good angle there, Colby.
I would check the fine print to see if the Xavier play-in win would count.
I wasn't even counting that.
No,
Xavier one would be 5. Yeah.
Good call.
All right, so we all have Florida advancing to the Sweet 16.
Yep.
No. Oh yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the next round. Sorry.
Settle down.
Reveal my hand.
All right. So Colby and I have Memphis, Maryland. Sean, you have Colorado State, Maryland. This also was a point in the bracket where, when you have those decisions that don't really matter, kind of like the 8-9, because they're dropping out the next round anyway. This is how that went for me, and it allowed me to put Maryland in to the Sweet 16, which feels like an insanely contrarian take for my normal bracket.
You're gonna get Willard.
Yeah, no,
I will take Memphis. I will take Memphis to beat Maryland. And
Colorado State shocks the world. The Crab 5.
Am I dumb for taking Memphis here or Maryland here?
Maryland. That's your next one. Is Maryland. Yeah, you are.
It's from all that water.
Kevin Willard's never been past that round.
I know this team's fun though. Drake, Texas Tech. I have Drake going.
This one was actually really hard for me. I took Texas Tech, but I think it's a dangerous game because I think Texas Tech's going to be thinking about St. John's or Kansas. So it's a sneaky game. But I'm taking Texas Tech to get it done.
Sean,
I'm going Texas Tech. Keep it simple.
Kansas, St. John's for me. Arkansas, St. John's for others.
I took St. John's to beat Kansas.
Yeah.
I got St. John's beating Arkansas.
St. John's advances. All right, Florida over Maryland for me.
I have Florida beating Colorado State. Moving on.
I have Memphis knocking off Florida. Florida. Look, Memphis beat Ole Miss by 20 this year. They've beaten some other really good teams.
You gotta share your bracket with Derek Stevens. He's got a long shot at Memphis.
He'll love that.
Tyrese Hunter, I think, will be back. Could be back by then. Huge. That'd be huge. So yeah. Give me Memphis.
Drake, St. John's for me. I think you guys both have Texas Tech, St. John's.
Johnny's.
Give me the Johnnies. Moving on.
I'm gonna
Johnnies
do
beat Texas Tech.
Drake.
Really?
Takes down St. John's. They go cold. They go cold, and Drake can handle the intensity. So Florida, St. John. Well,
no champagne for him, Sean.
No champagne for me. Florida, St. John's for Sean. Memphis, St. John's for Colby, and Florida, Drake for me.
I'm going Florida. Florida over St. John's. It's chalky, but
now if you can see,
you need a little chalk in your bracket.
My first.
Oh my God!
My first bracket.
Put that under the whole card cam.
First bracket. You see all these scratch offs here in the region we're doing right now. Where do I land? Give me Drake.
Ooh,
Final four.
Okay. That's fun.
This was a. I knew I wanted to not have Florida and St. John's in this one to be contrarian because I do think that's going to be the most likely outcome for people.
I got contrarian stuff on. I think Michigan State's somewhat contrarian, and then my Midwest regional very contrarian.
So you guys have.
I have Florida winning this region. Colby,
I have St. John's beating Memphis and going to the Final Four, setting up an Izzo Patino Final Four.
And we get
fuck
CJ,
you analytics,
and we get CJ in the suit.
Oh yeah, let's go.
That would be excellent. Let's see what would the price be? Drake to make the Final Four, 90-1. That might have to be a. I might have to take a piece of that one.
A little paper ticket action.
Let's see for you guys. Florida -125, St. John's 6-1 to win the region. If you're interested in that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I mean, I might have to just wheel Drake. Drake 15-1 make the Elite Eight. Huge prices. All right. So that's half the. Do we want to take? All right. So yeah, we'll just keep going.
East, where are we at?
Duke taking on the winner of American and Mount St. Mary's. We all have Duke.
Yeah.
Mississippi State, Baylor. I assume we have some differences here as it's an 8-9 matchup. We all have Baylor. Do we all? Oh no, they're a dog, so we must all have Baylor advancing. Another throwaway picks. I assume no one has them going past that. Oregon, Liberty. Colby, do you have Liberty on the money line?
No,
okay.
No. I took the points. I think it's going to be a close game though. I took Oregon to prevail.
Yep, me too.
Altman's the difference there.
Sean, I think also on Oregon.
Oh yeah.
Arizona, Akron. My God, he can't take the Zips.
You have the
Zips.
Zips.
Can't take the Zips.
Oh, there
Give
we
me
go.
the Zips. Ruin the. I know a lot of people are excited about the Pac-12 rematch between Oregon and Arizona. That could be, but
I'm going Arizona.
Yeah,
Colby.
that seems.
I'll take Arizona as well. Akron covers though.
BYU, VCU, like that 2-3 letter colleges there. I mean, this is one of those elevation games. VCU just played. They're going to elevation. Whereas BYU come from? They come from elevation. They're not traveling much at all. This seems like I'm maybe taking an obvious bite of an apple here, but I'm on BYU.
BYU smash.
Yeah. Yeah. I took BYU as well. It's all about the location.
Yeah. Seems unfair. I'm not usually this is unfair, but when you see these middling seeds gaining massive advantages, it does seem like we could have done a better job committee. Maybe we let AI do this next year. I think it'd probably be pretty good at this task. Wisconsin, Montana. Everyone's heard the Big Sky sucks. I assume everyone's.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
I'm on Wisconsin too. Montana covers though.
Wisconsin. Wisconsin has to advance here. I think if you're not advancing Wisconsin, you're probably getting cute. They're also really good. St. Mary's, Vanderbilt. Love St. Mary's in this spot.
I'm taking. I think it's a great game. I think St. Mary's wins though.
Yeah, I have Vandy covering in the because that 4.5, but I will have St. Mary's advancing.
And then Bama, Robert Morris. We're all on Bama.
Yes.
All right, going back to the top. Duke, Baylor.
Duke.
I have Duke. This game's scary. You know why it's scary? Is Baylor is healthy and Jeremy Roach was at Duke for 4 years.
I could see myself having Baylor cover, but I don't think they went outright.
That will be a narrative, but this Duke team's really good. I think this Duke team isn't going to trip up, are they?
I just think Baylor and Oregon are talented, and even Arizona are talented enough to clip them, especially with the Cooper flag.
It sounds like he's fine.
Still, but can you be 100%? by then?
Terrell in the chat saying VCU is going to make you all eat shit. Well, shout out to Terrell, host of the NBA Gambling Podcast.
I'm not eating any shit. Terrell.
Elevation. That is they're coming from Provo. That's got to be a huge advantage. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Terrell. Well, I think he has to experience it. He doesn't. He doesn't understand the elevation like we do. Oregon and from Akron for me, Arizona for you guys. Nice little classic Oregon, Arizona for you.
Oh, yeah. Oregon shocks the world. The Ducks take down Arizona.
I don't think that would be shocking the world.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take the Ducks to take down
really
Arizona
take the wind
too.
out of my sails. Sorry, Ryan.
Well, I mean, it's a 5-4 match.
Actually, the metrics would barely have Arizona favored in that game.
You're like the Fox pregame, taking your dog, and it's a fucking
yeah.
Dog of the day. Oh, come on.
It is great when they pick the upset, the 12 seed, and it's favored. My upset, it's a little bit of an upset here. Colorado State, they are laying 1.5.
That'd be a funny gimmick. Just all the radio spots, just give out Colorado State as your dog of the.
Shout out to Johnner in the chat saying, "Glad I get to catch y'all. Usually a podcast listener, but on my honeymoon, so able to catch the live show."
Congrats.
Squeezing it in.
I mean, I assume.
I hope you're at Stadium Swim tonight.
No, I think he's having sex right now.
Well, yeah, he's probably in his refractory period right now. Probably just made love to his wife, and now he's like, "All right, quick."
See you at Stadium Swim in a few hours.
Going back to bed. He's got the phone. Honey, I got to take a shower. He just turns the shower on. Instead, he's just watching the show. Shout out to you, John. I appreciate the dedication.
Got to be careful. Even though women will stand in the bathroom and do nothing for hours on end, if they ever catch you in there,
that's a Vegas wedding, right? We just know that's a Vegas wedding.
You think so?
It's got to be with March Madness here.
I mean, it's dangerous. Dangerous.
Playing with fire there.
Listen, there's a reason you want to separate the church and the state. BYU, Wisconsin. I think for all of us. What are we doing here? This feels
was really
like
hard. This was almost like Texas Tech Drake to me. I took Wisconsin to get it done, even though
nothing hard about it. The Cougs get it done. BYU.
Is it too cute to take BYU here, Colby?
Well, I think Wisconsin will be used to the altitude by then.
It's true.
So that's the angle.
Well, I'm not worried about that. Just in terms of stylistically, you think Wisconsin's a problem?
I think they could give. Yeah.
Give me BYU.
Yeah. There you go. Conor McGregor.
The energy drink trend is really strong. St. Mary's
and John are saying he's pre-sex poolside in Miami before the cruise takes off tomorrow.
Shit.
All right, so there you go.
Well, you'll
better hit the tables on that cruise ship. Those are fun.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, cruise ship.
He's one of those guys who will get
eating
penetration.
I mean, I stay away from those things, but good luck. St. Mary's, Bama. I'm going to take Bama. No. I'm going to take Alabama. You know what? I'm going to take St. Mary's.
I got Alabama beating St. Mary's.
I got St. Mary's. I think their tempo they play at, their defense is a big problem for Bama historically. So give me St. Mary's with the upset.
Yeah, me too. Duke, Oregon for me. Do we all have Duke, Oregon?
I got Duke, Oregon. I got Duke winning.
Yeah, I took Duke as well, but man, I thought all those Duke games would be tricky.
Duke's really good. I'm not going to think they're going to be tricked until
Dana Altman's really good.
It's true.
In March every fucking year. Scott Drew's very good in March every fucking year.
BYU. So you have Wisconsin St. Mary's. I have BYU St. Mary's, and Sean has BYU and Bama.
Yes, I got BYU shocking the world, beating Alabama.
Now that would be shocking the world.
Okay,
if St. Mary's upsets Bama, which I think they will. They're gonna be feeling good about themselves, and these pesky Badgers with Tanjay gonna clip St. Mary's on Wisconsin to the next round.
Interesting. What do we feel about? I mean, St. Mary's, BYU. That feels like the kind of game that St. Mary's could easily win. Yeah. I originally was gonna have BYU in the elite.
Oh, I don't mind a St. Mary's.
I'm gonna go
play
St. Mary's
to the Elite Eight or Final
I'm gonna go
Four.
St. Mary's.
Yeah.
I got Duke, BYU in my Elite Eight, and I got Duke unfortunately beating BYU.
Duke over St. Mary's for me.
I have Duke beating Wisconsin, rematch of that national championship.
Any prices you guys want on this for this bracket?
I'll say the St. Mary's one is
St. Mary's to reach the Elite Eight. Yeah. 5-1.
I mean, I even think it's worth a spring. Like if someone with Scott Drew, Dana Altman as potential guys that could be facing John Shire with the dinged up Cooper Flag.
Oh, to win it.
Well, I think it's worth taking a sprinkle in St. Mary's to get to the Final Four.
I like BYU to get to the Elite Eight at plus 425. Feels fun.
That's not a bad one either.
No, and Kramer, we have BYU ticket for the Final Four.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the Duke region, I don't like the price obviously as much that we got it at, but still a chance.
I mean, it's not dead.
No,
we just need Duke. To Colby's point, we need Duke to go down against one of these, steadfast coaching possible advantages. Although looks like Shire might be a decent coach. All right, moving down to the Midwest final region.
Before we do that, of course, shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use the promo code SGPN. Get you a 100% or sorry, up to $1,000 in bonus credits. You get the special pick, the first time deposit offer, all over at Underdog Fantasy. Use the promo code SGPN. Get you going. We've given out a bunch of pick'ems already from our past shows. Real quick, I'll just let you know some of the stuff we're sweating. We already got RJ Davis higher, 15.5 points. That's paired with Matt Rogers lower of American. That's tipping off tonight. We got John Tonje higher, 21.5 points. Wisconsin. Jack Clark lower, 10.5 points. And then VJ Edgecombe higher, 16.5 points. Cam Jones higher, 21.5 points. So those are some of our Underdog pick'em entries for college basketball. Of course, UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN, and we're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Get you that Edge Boost debit card, the premier Visa debit card built for bettors. You're not going to have your card declined, and best part ever, you get the cash back rewards. Perfect for those long shot bets. You can earn up to $750 cash back per month using the Edge Boost card. It's FDIC insured. It's free. It's free. You're helping us out. We appreciate everyone signing up. EdgeBoost.bet, promo code SGPN, and then hop in the bracket contest. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/bracket. 2K up for grabs, completely free. Just sign up for EdgeBoost.bet, promo code SGPN.
All right, final region, Midwest. Bottom right, Houston taking on Edwardsville. Give me Houston.
Yeah.
You fools fading Houston in the first round?
Nope, I'm taking Houston there.
Gonzaga taking on Georgia. I'm on the Zags.
Yep,
I'm on the Zags as well.
Zag it.
I hate that the Zags and Houston have to play each other in the second round.
Let's talk about that for a second, because I think there is value. If you look at this, I actually think Houston drew the toughest second round opponent of anybody in that fucking region.
Well, they don't have a seat at the table, I'm sure. Their AD is probably not in there, recusing himself from the discussion.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I'm telling you, these rich people, these people in control, they have not adapted well to the internet and transparency. Don't do the interview and say that nonsense. I mean, it doesn't help, Bubba. And you're going against Bill Belichick. That's not a winning combination. You see, Belichick was delivering pizzas. It's pretty cool of him. His girlfriend's got all sorts of good ideas. Clemson, McNeese,
Clemson.
Anyone taking McNeese to take?
I am taking McNeese State.
Just because you love Will Wade.
We do love Will Wade, and Brad Brownell just signed a gigantic extension for Clemson.
That's great. That means he's not focused on another job.
That means
he's dominant ATS.
That means you relax a little bit.
No. Completely disagree.
McNee's money line. I got news.
Will Wade's out there shopping for a job. What are you talking about?
Well, I'll give you a chance to change.
Brownell wanted the Indiana job. What are we talking about?
My God, we didn't get it.
Is McNeese going to win this game?
No.
All right, so put Colby down for Clemson.
No. And McNeese might even
tell
be
which
live
one's real
the
and which
next
one's
round.
the drop.
Yeah.
It does seem like he's playing favorites here. He's playing favorites. All right.
They're the dog though.
Purdue, High Point.
High Point shocks the world.
Purdue.
That's my nice upset.
I'll take High Point with you, Sean.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Smoking my weed. I'm gonna make a change too. You guys are poking the bear.
What's happening?
What are you doing?
Uh-oh. No,
I got McNeese beating Purdue in the next round.
Oh wow, okay. Right. He's making changes.
He pissed us off.
Yeah. right, that's a strong ass offer for you, Sean.
Illinois versus Texas or Xavier.
Xavier.
Give me Xavier. Wow. Okay.
This would be weird writing it and then they don't win.
I'm just gonna put an X there.
Yeah.
So if I'm, it doesn't look like I wrote Xavier, but that's obviously what the X means. Kentucky, Troy.
Troy.
Upset outright, right?
This is gonna be fantastic.
Let's go.
Is it an upset outright?
Yep.
What did you guys take the dog?
Yeah.
Yep.
Circa,
One of you did.
Circa has it 6-1.
Give me Kentucky.
They're dinged up.
UCLA.
They're dinged up, buddy.
UCLA versus Utah State. UCLA.
UCLA.
And then Tennessee.
Tennessee does win.
Tennessee versus Wofford.
Yeah.
Sean, you on Wofford?
No. Give me Tennessee. I don't like Rick Barnes. I think Wofford gets the cover, but I'm not taking them outright.
Going back to the top, Houston versus Gonzaga. Give me Houston. This will be game of the second round.
Zags keep their Sweet 16 streak alive.
Yeah, that's true. And was it 9 straight?
10, I think.
I think
This would be 10.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you have that COVID year in there where they didn't have the season, but they were a 1 seed, so they probably would have been there.
Yeah, they were. That was a very good team.
Yeah. I got Houston winning though. I can't wait to watch that game, even
Yeah.
though Houston's getting thrown a lot of bullshit there.
Colby, we got a square alert. Steven Glansberg saying my biggest never bet square friend sent me a text saying how much he loves McNeese.
Ooh.
Maybe it's just a subscriber
Colby?
to the College Experience.
Well, it might have been Colby. By text, did he just watch the College Experience? I hear that's the channel to find out where the public's.
Oh
betting.
wow!
Oh.
How dare you?
Well, they have so many subscribers. It's a
there you go.
compliment. Clemson taking on High Point for me. McNeese taking on Purdue for Colby, and High Point taking on Clemson for Sean.
I'm going Clemson.
Clemson.
No.
Well, we all know Colby just threw a tantrum. He changed his bracket.
Yes, McNeese is going to beat Purdue.
Will Wade is going to have a new job by then.
No, buddy. He's happy.
He's not happy.
Lake Charles. He's the king of Lake Charles.
Oh my God. I mean, Will
and
Wade,
he's waiting for that Texas job to open up.
I mean, Will Wade literally got in trouble for the completely legal stuff now.
Yeah.
He's going to get a huge job by maybe it's after the Sweet 16. Xavier, Kentucky for me. Troy, Xavier for you guys.
Xavier.
Yeah, me too.
X gonna give it to you.
Fucking let's hear some DMX on the broadcast, Turner. UCLA, Tennessee. My God,
Tennessee.
did I noodle on the idea of having UCLA? UCLA is just not good enough this year.
UCLA.
Give me Tennessee.
Ooh.
I don't think they're good enough to take down a Tennessee team. In my opinion,
I took Tennessee
in a tournament where Rick Barnes is coaching.
they're just a much worse version of Tennessee. Houston, Clemson for me. Sean has Gonzaga, Clemson, and Colby has McNeese, Houston.
Houston. Calvin Sampson.
Clemson.
No. If Gonzaga beats Houston, they're not losing to Clemson. This is a nice. You're going. I like this. You're playing on the Clemson angle.
I just think this. I think the this Midwest region in particular could be wild. I don't see 1 or 2 seed winning it.
I feel like the winners coming out of Gonzaga or Houston. Like that game will decide the champ. Xavier, Tennessee for me.
Me too, and I almost took Xavier, but I took Tennessee.
I got Xavier, UCLA. UCLA wins. This is the walkie bracket.
I have I'm with you, Colby. I had thoughts of having Xavier take down Tennessee, but I just don't think it's like Tennessee has a relatively easy path in my opinion. And so Tennessee making the Elite 8 feels in hindsight I'll feel like an idiot when something horrible happens, but this Tennessee team is nice. I said this all season. I'm preparing to lose money on Rick Barnes in March. So.
Enjoy.
All right. So who do you guys have in
UCLA, Clemson, and I have UCLA winning this
what a
region.
gross matchup.
I tell you,
Sean, UCLA just to make the Elite 8 is plus 550.
Is this kind of tragic magic because of the house burning down?
Yeah, kind of. It's like like privileged tragic magic. Like I had to build a new house.
Kelvin Sampson, man, he's gonna be healthy this year. All right, they're going places.
Houston, Final Four. Let's go. Let's not overthink it.
Yeah. And then I have Houston beating Duke in the Final Four.
Oh, well, just jumping ahead. You hear this?
Well, you were stumbling. I helped out.
No,
I was gonna have us say our Final Four first.
Okay.
But now you've ruined the reveal.
I got Duke, UCLA. I almost took UCLA, but I'm gonna go Duke.
Yeah, I have Houston beating Duke.
Okay. On the other side, I have Michigan State and Florida. I have Michigan State Sparties moving on, which means Michigan State versus Duke, but Michigan State gets it done and they are crowned college basketball champs. Colby, finish me off here.
Yeah, I have St. John's knocking off Tom Izzo in Michigan State. I have St. John's playing Houston, and I have Kelvin Sampson getting his first national championship. He's due.
I don't mind
He's
that.
Due. Let's go. Go Cougs.
Houston beats Duke. Michigan State beats Drake. Houston beats Michigan State. I'm with Colby. This is by far the best. We say this. I feel like I've said this before, but this is by far the best Houston team we've seen, and they are
and they're healthy,
and they're not exactly being discussed in the same category as Auburn has been, as Duke has been, as Florida is. Even St. John's and Michigan State in some regard. This Houston team is, even though they're in a major conference now, they're still kind of flying under the radar. National champ. What's the price on that? I'm looking at it right now. Houston to make the finals only plus 275.
Jump on in.
Yeah. Game. What are they laying 31 in the first round? So anyway. Houston to win it all 6-1.
There we go.
Fourth favorite.
Give that action.
Fourth favorite.
All right.
St. John's is 28-1 by the way.
Michigan State. What do you see in
25-1?
All right, that's a nice price. I got to put a couple bucks on that.
There is an element to. I've always found that you're better off playing Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four. That's kind of what we've learned over the years. Like if you want to play futures now. I love a Sweet 16 future because you can price it against a mechanical parlay pretty easily. It's 2 wins. You can figure out, the price of the first game. You probably can guess the price of the second game and figure out, is that Sweet 16 price better than the mechanical parlay? And then just think about the fact that if you don't think there's going to be chaos, you like the future. You don't like the future. You like the mechanical parlay. If there's going to be chaos and you like a favorite, take the Sweet 16. Should we do a quick Survivor breakdown?
Yeah.
Now?
What are you doing? I don't know if we need to do the whole walkthrough, Kramer.
No. I mean that. More the angle that people need to. You have your bracket now, so you can see. Well, shit. In the Final Four round, there's only 4 fucking teams there, so you basically have this like protection cone going out from the Final Four, where it's like, okay, I know I can't take Duke, Michigan State, Drake, or Houston in my world. So then I start looking, okay, who do I like getting to the Sweet 16? Do I like taking him in the first or second round? And so I'll give you an example. Give me Texas A&M, one of my Survivor plays.
All right.
I don't know if I want to play him any further after that, but I do like the matchup in the first round. So one of my plays, again, right now I have 4 entries. 2 of my entries will be on Texas A&M. And then to your point, I am probably, now there's 2 ways to think about this. Do I want to go to a different region, or do I want to burn something within the same range? And I'm going to go to another region, and I'm going to play a seed that I think a lot of people will save that I'm not going to save. And that's St. John's.
Okay.
I decided there's too many versions where they go down, whether it's against Kansas or Arkansas or Texas Tech, or in my version, Drake or Florida, where I'm fine taking them in the first round. So I'm going to let 2 of my half my entries on St. John's, half my entries on Texas A&M.
Okay. So I'm going to go first. I'm playing 2 entries. First entry, I'm taking Texas Tech. Cause I'm with you. Like I have them winning 2 games, but there's a lot of Drake's there. Missouri, if they could win, St. John's is right around there. So I don't know how long I'm not going to have them going super far. So I'll take Texas Tech.
Same principle, right?
Yeah. And then my other one,
You're burning a good team in an area where you don't know how far they're going to go, and you probably don't need to save them.
Ooh, I kind of want to take Iowa State, but Lipscomb's kind of intriguing. I'm gonna go decent size favorite here. I do have them making a little bit of a run, but let's see. Oh, sorry, that's a Friday game. What's another?
Oh, I only gave Thursday games as well.
Yeah, because and in my head, yeah, well, we have to figure out how
to get to the next day, but
yeah, I'll go. Another team I have winning, but not going on a crazy run. Give me Wisconsin over Montana, where it's like I feel good about them getting the win.
Wait, but that's Thursday too, right?
Yeah. So sorry, I'm giving out 2 entries for Thursday.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you mentioned that because my original thought was Wisconsin. When you mentioned Texas Tech, I thought it made a lot of sense because I have Wisconsin going further than Texas Tech. So I actually switched my pick from Wisconsin to Texas Tech. So it's funny we think alike, you know.
Sharp minds. For Friday, I do like Oregon. That would be that's probably who I'm going to play. We'll see. All things shake out. We'll see. Maybe a bunch of crazy upsets, and I get off them. Not Florida because I have them going pretty far. Could see myself playing Iowa State on Friday as my second entry. Kramer, what are you doing Friday?
All right. So again, it's like where, so what Wisconsin stands out to me.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a Thursday game too. My other bracket must have failed me. All right, then, rethinking. I do like Wisconsin as well.
I think Wisconsin and we faded Alabama, so that makes sense. But here's the reason why I think on Friday, Alabama, and you just mentioned Iowa State. I like the Iowa State play probably the most. Because Alabama's in that weak ass region. So if they as much as I have them losing in the second round to St. Mary's, I think that region's so weak. You can make a case for like anybody coming out of that, especially with Duke's inexperience in the NCAA tournament. So I think Iowa State's the smartest play there. So I'm going to pivot off of Alabama.
Yeah.
Go with Iowa State because I don't have Iowa State going far, and I don't think Lipscomb's live to beat them.
Yeah, I like that. That's one of the plays. And then the other one I would throw in for Friday is, I mean, for me, it's either Maryland or Kentucky. And I think I'm a little bit more confident with Maryland. So.
All right, man, get in splashsports.com, promo code, splashsports.com /SGPN. And they did toss in a nice promo code of finals. You get a $10 credit there as soon as you sign up.
My recommendation is also like thinking about who to protect. If you don't want to overthink it, just protect your Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Protect your Elite Eight in your bracket through your first. See if you can do that through the Sweet 16. That would be my recommendation.
Love it. All right, we got a flight to catch. We're going to be hanging out there in Vegas. Come say hi. Get in on our free bracket challenge. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bracket. Of course, subscribe to the College Experience if you haven't already. And if you're in Vegas, come say hi. We got the VSiN show Friday night, 8 to 11 Vegas time. And,
Circa.
What's up?
At Circa.
Yes. VSiN.
Some people don't know that, so I'm trying to tell the good people.
VSiN is at Circa. Stadium Swim also at Circa. So come by, say hi. We'll be out in Vegas all weekend. Always enjoy seeing everyone. Promo code Madness, 20% off all the merch. That promo code expires soon, so get in. Appreciate all the support, and of course,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Well, I can't wait to play craps.
Kramer, let it ride.